Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you some exercises for developing the split hand double ka. Now this video is intended for players that already have a pretty solid grasp of basic Arabic doumbek technique. The basic hits, the doom, tek, ka, and slap, and some of the common rhythms. Now I'm going to break this all down and give you some nice exercises for doing it, but first I just want to say a little bit about why the double ka is useful and give you some tips for mastering it, because it's not the easiest of techniques when you're just starting out. It's easy once you get it, once you have it down, but climbing that learning curve can really take some work. Okay, so the double ka is this. And why is that technique useful? Well, it has many uses. One is you can get triplets with it. If you put a tek on either side of the double ka, you can get something like. Another use is it's really fun to throw into fast fills. So you take a basic fill with just regular teks and kas, something like tek a tek a tek a tek a tek. Not that interesting, but let's throw a couple double kas in there and see what we get. Much more interesting. Another cool use of the double ka is you can free up your right hand to just hold down a basic rhythm while the left hand does the embellishment. And usually when I do that, I will just play dooms and slaps with the right hand and I let the left hand do the rest. Here's an example with maksum. I'll play maksum with just the right hand twice, and then I'll throw in the embellishment with double kas on the left, like this. Okay, let's get started. So when I do the double ka, split hand, so it's two fingers on the left hand, I use the pointer finger and the ring finger. And personally, I like to use the pointer finger first. Some players prefer to use the ring first. That doesn't work as well for me. You can experiment and see what works for you, but I do recommend the pointer first. So here are a few tips on how to progress a little bit more quickly on your double ka. First off, you don't want your left elbow anchored to the drum. If this has to be stuck here, if this is your habit, you're going to have a very hard time with the double ka. So, time to start a new habit and have your left hand free. Now when your left hand is free, you should be able to easily balance the drum without having to manage it with your left hand. It just sits against the right leg there, and it's comfortable, and I can do whatever I want with my left hand. The reason it needs to be free is because the elbow moves around a little bit, and that subtle movement helps you get a better double ka. Secondly, it can help to get a little bit of height on your left hand when you play, especially if you're trying to get a loud ka. You don't want to be down here. You let gravity help you. I'm using my whole arm here. Also, you want to smack the drum with your left hand, with the top of the palm area here. When I do the double ka, I'm kind of smacking the drum every time. Now, I'm not really thinking about smacking the drum. I'm not very conscious of it most of the time, but it is happening, and it probably needs to happen to get a really good double ka. Next, and this is perhaps the most important thing, is you need to make this pointer finger super limp. The mistake every beginner makes when they try to do this is they have a really stiff pointer finger and they try to use the pointer finger to do the technique. And guess what? It doesn't work. What you need to do, make that finger limp, and the action comes from moving the arm down with gravity and twisting the wrist. I'm holding my thumb out so you can see there's quite a bit of twist in there. Might be exaggerating a little bit, but it gets the point across that if you're doing this, it's not going to work. If you want a good ka, if you want a good pointer ka, that's how you do it, okay? And the last tip is that everybody's hands are a little bit different. So play around with it, experiment, listen, and find out what works for you. Okay? So here are some exercises. And I'm going to go pretty slow. If you find that it's still too fast for where you are, you can always just pause the video, grab a metronome, and play at your own preferred speed. Okay? So the first exercise is just going to be all kas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ka, 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 ka. Pointer, ring, pointer, ring. Okay, next exercise is very similar, but it's going to be two ka's closer together, followed by a pause, repeat. So it's going to go ka ka, ka ka. Now you can do those exercises all day long when you're first working on your double ka, and they're really useful. That said, they're not terribly musical. So let's try putting this into a rhythm. I'm going to do a slow shift-a-telly and just throw the double ka onto the end. It's going to go doom, ka tek, doom, doom, tek, ka doom, ka tek, doom, doom, tek, ka. The next exercise I want to show you involves the rhythm Ayub, and it just has a simple double ka in the middle. It's going to go doom, ka, doom, tek, doom, ka, doom, tek. This next exercise is very similar to the last. In fact, it should sound exactly the same, only this one uses what I call the pointer power ka. Usually when you do an accent on the Darbuka, you use the tek. Well, in this case, we're going to use the ka. Why? Because people need help to develop a really loud pointer ka, and this is an exercise to do that. So rather than doom, ka, doom, tek, we're going to go doom, ka, doom, ka, with the pointer finger doing the accent ka. It's probably going to be a little tricky at first, but work at it. Alright? Doom, ka, doom, ka, doom, ka, doom, ka. The last exercise I'm going to show you in this video involves the rhythm maksum. And this is an illustration of the concept of holding down a rhythm with your right hand while doing the embellishment with your left hand. So we're going to keep it simple for this exercise. And it's just going to go doom slap, slap doom, slap kaka doom slap, slap doom, slap kaka. So there you have it. You have several exercises you can work with now. I encourage you to play them on your own, work on them at different speeds, add in your own embellishments, add in single cause here and there, make them interesting, do what you will with them. Alright? Thanks for watching.